All right, guys. My name is, well, my name's not on here, but my name is Edgardo Gonzalez, and I did mine on social network and security risk. Well, we all know that the internet's a great place to meet people and make friends and be in touch with family. My objectives here is to educate you more about social media and security risk, also what social networking is, security implications and consequences of not practicing safety procedures, and preventing spam, and then precautions of using social network that you should take in consideration. And then this is just a list of the most popular social network sites. As you can see, Facebook is the leading social media. Then goes Twitter, and this is just based on like a monthly visit of each social media. So Facebook, you can see that Facebook gets about 1 billion a month. So most of us are on there when we're bored and studying in different situations. But what exactly is social network? It's a friend-of-friend site environment, and it's built upon the concept of traditional social networks where you're connected to new people through people you already know. Some of them are just purely social, allowing users to establish friendships or romantic relationships, while others focus on establishing business connections. I don't know what that was. But also, it allows you to provide information about yourself, offer some type of communication mechanism, chat rooms, email, instant messengers, and you can browse for people to search them. And then, as I said, there's no arguing the usefulness of these sites. It can be used for professional networking or job searches, as a means to increase sales and revenue in an organization, or for personal use. And it's a tool to keep the public informed of safety and other issues, like social issues, and reconnect with friends from way back in the sandbox. What security implications do these sites present? The internet provides a sense of, that word's hard for me to say, anonymity. I don't know if you say it right, if I said it right. But the lack of physical interaction provides a false sense of security. They tailor the information for their friends to read, forgetting that others may see it. And they also want to offer insights to impress potential friends or associates. And Facebook, for example, which is like the #1 social media right now, has the ability to add friends, update your status, and run applications such as games, quizzes, surveys, and questionnaires, which sometimes can be spam. And by having a friend, you allow them to see various levels of personal information, such as your job, your birth date, pictures, group memberships, comments, and list of other friends. That pretty much gives visibility into your personal information and whereabouts. You can see your friends, or they could see your friends of friends, and it just goes on. Well, that's the same thing. And then here's a picture of just an example of what Facebook has. And then this is just some of the applications that you may find in social network, which, although the application of Facebook may be harmless, in fact most probably are. There are always some way that some of them may deliver malicious content. Sometimes you're asked questions, like Trevor said, you're asked questions such as, what's your favorite pet, what was the first elementary school you attended, and so forth, gathering information that's maybe personal that other organizations may use. And this is an example of some statuses that they put up there just to know what you're doing. And like I said, like Trevor said again, you don't want to know what you do, when you leave your house, and tell people your personal business. And also Twitter, it allows you to post brief comments, tweets, and others use it. Other users on Twitter network can become followers, and your tweets and receive updates whenever you send them. And this pretty much goes just warning to college students and employers must be especially attentive to the information that is posted and how it can affect their environment and also your future. Because you never know. You got to go in there with the mentality knowing that whatever you post whatever you post on Twitter or on Facebook stays there permanently. Even if we die or anything happens, it'll always stay there unless you decide to delete it. But even yet, it's still saved somewhere. And this is just some examples of what you may find on Twitter. And then the consequences of it is it can have serious public relationships and financial relations and financial consequences, and it's available to future employers, friends, job recruiters, and others with consequences you may be unable to imagine. Misuse the information you disclose to tarnish your reputation, harass you, steal your identity, and even jeopardize your physical safety. And Kathy could try to break into your computer to plant spyware or exploit your PC to send spam or commit crime. Spam hoaxes. Be aware of emails that claim to be from these sites but are actually hoaxes and may contain malicious content. You may receive numerous emails that are alleged to be from a bank, yet they're actually sent by a spammer in the hopes of obtaining online username and password. Also, emails claiming to be Twitter and Facebook invitations, which sometimes have, I'll talk about that in the other slide. And then messages may contain attached zip files. Well, it's right there. And their recipients are asked to open to see who invited them. And then that zip attachment can be a worm or a malware. And how to prevent these spams. You can pretty much just, first of all, you got to use common sense. Use up-to-date email client, which have spam filtering enabled, and checks for phishing messages. Never open an attachment unless it's from someone you know or you're expecting it. And just use an up-to-date antivirus and a malware software on your computer to block any harmful files that you may accidentally have opened. And, well, I went pretty fast on this. And then some tips from Microsoft on how to be safe is pretty much use caution when you click on links in social media. You never know sometimes you're offered pop-ups that invitations from your friends that they tell you you're invited to play Candy Crush with this person, but you got to allow it and then download some kind of software. Those are the things you got to be aware of. And then know what you posted about yourself, because you never know, and come back and haunt you. I've actually deleted a lot of when I was in high school, I went back to my Facebook now that I'm older and deleted a lot of pictures and statuses I used to put up because I don't know, I kind of matured and stuff like that. But you need to know what you post about yourself, and you also never know who can see it. A friend of a friend can take a picture of it and show your parents and stuff like that. And then don't trust the message. It's really from who it says it is. Be selective about who you accept as a friend on your social network. Personally, I don't have any of my parents on Facebook because, first of all, I don't think they should be on Facebook. I don't have my aunts and uncles and all that stuff on my Facebook or Twitter. And I just got Instagram, so it's all about pictures. So I definitely don't want them to see what's going on in my life when I'm not home. So it's just, yes.
So when you become a parent, does that mean that you no longer are on Facebook?
No, you gotta talk to your kids about social networking. Think twice before you use social network sites at work or at school nowadays, because school may have a software that can pretty much monitor what you're seeing, and you never know what they can see or what they can't see. They can see your activities on there. And be careful about installing extras on your site. Like I said, sometimes when you get invitations from Facebook applications, you might have to allow it, and then it'll try to download some kind of file, and you never know what that file has. And then assume that everything you put on social network site is permanent. Like I said before, you need to know what you put on there and just think about the future. And then, let me see. And in conclusion, social networking sites can be valuable sales for marketing tools. Professionally, we can use those to our advantage. And then, along with these applications are security risks that can put the individual or a company in a compromising position or a serious risk. Look and read, if you have hours of free time, at the documented policies, privacy, and procedures. They always, tell you to check. You can't download a software sometimes if you don't check that I agree to terms. And it's like 300 something pages telling you pretty much everything what they do and what they will do with your data. Sometimes give it to a third party and just for analytical reasons. So pretty much like social engineering, sort of. And then a well-informed user will not only help to maintain security, but will also educate others on these issues and establish best practices which can be standardized and updated as applications mature or as new applications come along. So just be aware of what you do in social networking. And let me see, that's my side of work. And I think that was kind of fast. And does anybody have any questions?
I don't know if this is related to social networking myself, but on Amazon, where you click on a link, and then after you finish clicking on links, it's located all these other people who looked at this link also bought this or looked at businesses, so you might be interested in this. Would that be considered social networking or social networking?
Probably, yeah. Why would you need to include something into the link except the direct link to that subject? So as long as this is sort of sharing of ideas, this social.
Yes, Janess?
I would like to know, is there anybody trying to create a safer link for Facebook or any social networks? Because it seems like most of the information is just becoming negative, like watch out for this, watch out for that, where opposed to when we first started Facebook and MySpace and stuff, it was like fun and, like.
Well, I mean, the companies themselves, they're careful about how they build their infrastructure on these social medias. Like Facebook has a lot of security stuff that keep you safe from what you post, but still they can't really, let's say, it'll be hard for them to hack into your Facebook unless they know your password and your password is weak. But the main thing is that you do share your personal information in there. For example, like you tell everybody what you're doing, you upcoming events, you tell them that you're going away for vacation, and then sometimes those, and like I said, friends of friends can see that. Not even your friends can see that sometimes. Because if you go on Facebook, even if you have yours on private, you can still see your profile pictures. I can still see my profile pictures if I have mine on private, and also my statuses that I put up there when it was like on public, pretty much they're still up there unless I delete them. But you still give out a lot of information. You give out your favorite movies, TV shows, books. Pretty much, that's kind of some of those things that you put on there are questions that, like, let's say, like the bank asks you, who was your favorite teacher, first grade teacher, what was your first pet's name, questions that are kind of, that are not asked by like any random, like just applications, just they're asked by like Wells Fargo and financial websites. So nowadays, I mean, social media is just pretty much just a way to gossip. I mean, well, us as professionals or working on being professionals, we can use that to our advantage. And people start off their own companies through Facebook. They get rich off of it. You can get money off of it, do a side job. But nowadays, they just gotta have some kind of limit and boundary to what you do on social network, because it's public. Regardless if it's private or not, it's still public. So it's just how you manage it. Any other questions?
Talking about this 300-page user agreement, what do you think the purpose of this? Is it really to protect users or to inform them or just to make them even more confused about what's happening?
I think it's to make it more confused because they put their privacy policies on there. They tell you what they're gonna do. Like, I just scroll through them from time to time, and they're all like pretty much the same thing. Like, they tell you about your personal information, how they're gonna use it, but people don't read that because it's too long. Like, I don't have time for that. So you're just gonna. I want to use Facebook. I want to. Let's say also for like when I like Microsoft Word, for example, like when you download softwares like that, you're supposed to agree to the terms, but really you don't know what they can do with it, because when you log online, like on the internet, I think you're being monitored, or you're pretty much giving you're pretty much giving some information that you don't want for the software. So, but to your question, I think it just builds more confusion to the user, because the user won't really read what's on there.
I think it was just there to protect the company for legal reasons.
But as potential creator of, I don't know, future social network resource, would you consider doing the same, or you will be just limiting your efforts in terms of protecting yourself from legal perspective? I doubt that it needs to be a 300-page document if you want to protect yourself, because you can, I don't know, minimize that formulation in, I don't know, maybe not in a few paragraphs, but in a couple of pages. Don't you think that this is mainly to raise some revenue, to address some future opportunities for the revenue growth?
Yeah, I could see that.
I mean, you made one, then you just, that's why I said, you made it like, okay, our terms and conditions is a minimum, like, we give you exactly what we're gonna do. I think people will appreciate that more than us always having this, man, Apple has a new iOS this.
But like you said, I think it's for future ideas for the company as well, because they can take advantage of, of like their new products that they bring out. For example, like this iPhone that has the fingerprint now. That on other phones, I've never seen that on any other phone, but this iPhone. And I mean, you can't really complain about it, because on the user agreement, or like, you're pretty much given the right for, you're pretty much giving all your rights to them, so they can pretty much use or make up whatever they want. And how was I gonna say this?
But it's like you do not buy this phone. No, you buy the phone because you want a phone like this. And then once you bought it, there is a place on the surface with the fingerprint scanner. You cannot avoid touching there.
Yeah.
And that's probably like the way how many businesses will grow. They just treat you because of the popularity of some gadget of the service or the service. They allow you to share the video, allow you to share some information which you want to share for the, and in fact you share it for hundreds and thousands of people and aware of it, but that's how they make it social. Because look at this picture. One of the picture thinks that he only talks to that one. In fact,
Yeah.
that person on another side of the picture, they're also aware of what's happening.
Yep. Rosalind?
Is there a way to report any?
Yeah, I mean, Facebook always has, you can block, that famous word report. And sometimes you get your comments.
But you will be talking to the same people who made the rules.
Yeah, pretty much.
I've had some people, I have had somebody send me a message, Facebook user. My name is Edgardo Gonzalez. Please, I would like to be your friend. Contact me at this email. The other one has another name. Please contact me at this email. And I tried to block it, but there wasn't any on the messaging, Facebook messaging, there wasn't a way for me to block this person or to report.
Well, I mean, Facebook. Wait, so you block the person, but they can still message you? Is that what you're saying?
No, I tried to block them, but I didn't see that quickly, because they used to have it on the Facebook Messenger. They used to have it, but recently I found out I can't.
You sure? Cause what I don't block them, but sometimes I have like a long list of people that can't see my posts, like like some of my nephews and stuff like that. Like I have them on the list where I post anything I want, but they can't see it unless I guess their mom sees it, which is once. The messaging, like the chat. Okay. I guess that's just how. Like I said, they have different type of communication mechanisms that involve chat rooms, and I don't know how they build those, but I don't know if there's. I never tried that before. And also now we also have like these new social media, like different types of social media, like Snapchat, where you can have a picture of, you can send a picture of or a video for like 6-10 seconds, and then they won't see it. But honestly, do you think that that picture gets erased? I think they have like a database. Well, it even says it once you download the app. And also I read an article that they also the creator of Snapchat, the CEO, got fined because they weren't following the right privacy laws. Also, you have this new thing called you go anywhere where you're at, and then within like a 5-mile radius, you see what people are talking about. Like they can either be gossiping, talking trash, informing you about something. Those are like the new kind of things that are going on now. You're anonymous. Once you download that app, you're anonymous, so you could pretty much. But like, what if one day somebody hacks into there, and then like it displays your phone number from the person that did that message? Yes. Say what?
I've seen that at, or at they already discovered that they found numbers on Snapchat.
Yeah, and you can also go on Google and just put Snapchat and then go to images. You probably do that on your own time though, because you're gonna see some pictures there that you might not want to see.
Your Snapchats, like, I know people that send stupid stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're an idiot, and then you find out somebody saved this, and then like they're showing their friends and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, you're an idiot.
Yeah, and it's supposed to show you. It's supposed to show you when to take a screenshot as well. But I mean, what can you do? Honestly, what can you do after that? Once they get a Snapchat or something. So, like just like I said, we're in college. You got to be aware of what you put, what you post. Try not to get crazy. Try not to use it when you're out having fun. So that's when people tend to use it more. Just educate yourself and try to, because like I said, this stays for you forever. And you never know when it can come back to haunt you. So just be careful. And that's pretty much it for mine. Any more questions?